Hello, everyone, and welcome to Virtual Group Fitness. My name is Avni, and I'll be your instructor tonight. Tonight's class is going to be a yin restorative yoga class. So, what that means is that we're going to be doing a lot of grounded, rooted postures on our mat tonight. Bring your attention to that breath, cultivating mindfulness and presence into our mind and our bodies for our practice tonight. And to help us do that, I recommend having either one or two blankets or towels. With me, I have one blanket folded up nice and tightly, just to give us a little bit more support in those deep resting postures to help relax our muscles and relax our mind, to de-stress and let go of that tension that we may be holding. And a few announcements before we get started. Number one, make sure you have enough space and room around you so you don't hit anything or anyone. This shouldn't be a problem because we will be staying mostly on our mat tonight. So just make sure you have enough space. And secondly, but most importantly, guys, listen to your body. Throughout class, I'll be saying things such as going to that first edge, going 25 to 50% into our stretches. We don't want to go over that 50% mark because we want to just let our bodies relax into these postures. And I'll get a little bit more into that throughout class tonight, so do not worry. And lastly, if your video is having connection trouble, you can always go back to that registration link that was sent to you and re-access the class that way. Or this class will be posted to our YouTube channel, so you're more than welcome to go re-access the class through there. All right, and with all that being said, let's get started. All right, so our first pose that we're going to be doing tonight is child pose to really help center us and root us into our practice. So we're slowly going to come on to all fours, gently resting our palms on our mat, bring our knees onto our mat, bring the tops of our feet onto the floor, and gently bring your shoulders gently over your wrists, your hips over your knees, and slowly bring those back big toes together. And here's our first opportunity to use our prop, our blanket, or that towel. We have two options here. Our first option that we have is we can place that towel or that blanket right on top of our calves, right where that knee makes that right angle. And slowly bring those back big toes to touch. You're more than welcome to walk those knees out a little bit wider than hip width distance. Not any more than that though. And then slowly bring your hips back to your heels and walk those fingertips long in front of us. That is our first option. If we're comfortable here and we can feel our body relax, feel our spine get really long, we can stay here. Or we can take that blanket and we can fold it one more time just so it gets a little bit more level to it. We can bring it right almost in between our knees and then slowly come back onto your palms. Bring those big toes to touch. Walk those knees out a little bit if we have not already. And slowly, once again, bring those hips back towards our heels. And this time we're just going to rest our chest on that blanket or that towel that we have. Bring our chin down so we can allow our head to rest. And that just gives our chest and our heart just a little bit more support in this pose. We can do whichever one we feel most comfortable in, most supported, most grounded in, that allows our body to just slowly let go, relax, and slowly, if we can, let's bring our forehead into the mat. Bring our attention to that natural breath. Just taking our mind to our inhales and exhales. Catching our breath. Noticing if our inhales are short, a little bit shallow. Are our inhales as long as our exhales, or are they longer than our exhales? Do we feel our chest rise and fall with each breath? Just taking a few breaths in through our nose and out through our nose to just notice these things about our breath. Relaxing those forearms into our mat. feeling the top of our shins and our knees really root into the earth. And slowly, guys, I'm going to take us through our first breathing technique that'll really help calm us down, really center us for our practice, help let go of some of that tension that we may be holding throughout our week or even throughout our day so that we can truly be present on our mat. We're going to do the 4-7-8 breath. So what we're going to do first is we're going to exhale out any air that we have, and then we're going to slowly inhale for 4 seconds. We're going to pause that breath for 7 seconds, and then we'll slowly release that air for 8 seconds. And don't worry, guys, I'll be counting with you every step of the way. All you got to do is just focus on that breath. All right, so first we're going to exhale any air that we have, either through our nose, out through our mouth, just allowing ourselves to let go with this exhale. Release any stress, any tension that we've been holding. And then once we think we've exhaled out all that air, exhale a little bit more. And slowly with control, we're going to inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly exhale that air out through our nose for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Just allowing ourselves to relax here, feeling the effects of our breath. Do we feel a bit more relaxed? A bit at ease? Maybe a calm energy. And then one more time, guys. Slowly exhale any air that we have. Just let it go. Letting go of that old air, allowing new air to come in. Slowly inhale to our deep, low belly or diaphragm. Slowly inhale. We should feel that low belly rise, pressing up against our thighs for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then slowly exhale, release that air out through our nose, feeling that low belly slowly start to come back in towards our spine for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And now slowly start to breathe at our own pace, taking note if our inhales have gotten deeper and nicer and slower into our low belly from the beginning of class. Taking these mindful notes of our breath to help us be present. On that next inhale, I want you guys to inhale, crawl your fingertips forward towards the top of your mat, still keeping our forehead nice and rooted into the earth. Slowly crawl those fingertips towards the right top corner of our mat. And we can bring that left palm on top of our right palm if we'd like. Really getting a nice side stretch on the left side of our body, feeling that spine elongate each vertebrae, creating more space in our body. Slowly exhale, crawl those fingertips back to the center of our mat. And then once we're there, slowly inhale those fingertips, stretching them nice and long, walking them towards the front of our mat. Feeling the whole entire side of our body and our spine stretch, getting nice and long. And then on that release, walk those fingertips to the left top corner of our mat. Bring that right palm on top of our left if we'd like. And very slowly inhale in through our nose. Briefly hold that inhale and exhale out through our nose. And on that next exhale, guys, slowly crawl those fingertips back to the center of our mat. Inhale in through our nose, Nice deep inhale. Feel that low belly press against our thighs. And on that exhale, slowly exhale, release that air. And on that next final inhale, slowly walk those fingertips up, bringing ourselves to a seated position. Slowly take that blanket or that towel wherever we have it, place it to the side, and then slowly bring ourselves on top of that. Bring ourselves to a nice seated position. Awesome job, guys. All right, and we have two options here for our seated position tonight. Our first option is we can have our legs nice and long extended in front of us, coming into staff pose. If we choose to stay here, we're going to remove the fluff from beneath us, really feeling those sit bones root into the earth, giving us a nice, strong, stable foundation. Our second option is to come into Sukhasana, or easy seat, slowly bringing those legs to cross. This is also referred to as crisscross applesauce. And just if we cross our legs, guys, let's have a nice loose crossing of our legs. We don't want to have a super tight, just slowly cross those legs. Very loose, relaxed. And then once again, remove that fluff from beneath us. And slowly draw those shoulder blades down our back. Bring our chest nice and elevated. Removing that fluff from beneath us, making sure we got it all out from beneath us, really feeling those sit bones root into the earth. Imagining that if our body was a tree, our sit bones would be the roots. Our nice tall spine would be a nice sturdy tree trunk, rolling those shoulder blades back, shining that chest forward. And then if we slowly inhale, our arms are the branches, bringing them up towards the sky. Slowly bring those fingertips to touch, and then our palms, and then interlace those fingertips, flipping our palms up very closely. Take a quick peek at our pinky fingers. I have my left pinky on top of my right, and we're just going to take a quick note of which pinky we have closest towards the sun. Just take a quick note of that, and then slowly exhale towards the right. Keeping that length to help us support this gentle side. Slowly inhale and exhale to the left, maintaining that length, reaching up and over, feeling supported by that spine, not collapsing into one side, but being nice and straight and tall. Slowly bring it back up. Deep inhale in through our low belly, in through our nose. And slowly, when we exhale, slowly stretch those arms out wide and slowly bring them down by our side. Bring those fingertips onto the mat. Slowly walk those left fingertips out, bringing that right palm just a little bit more in, and slowly tilt our head to the right. So we have those left fingertips walked out by our side, and we're gently taking our head, tilting it to the right. Slowly inhale, feeling the stretch all throughout the side of our neck. And then very gently come back to center. Walk those right fingertips out. And then once we feel that stretch, if we feel the stretch here with our neck at neutral, we can stay here. Or we can tilt our head to the right. Just giving ourselves a nice deeper stretch into that side of our neck and throughout our fingertips, creating a nice straight line of energy coursing through our arm all the way up through our neck. Slowly bring it back to neutral, guys. Shake out those arms. And then once again, feel our sit bones rooted into the earth. Nice inhale, lengthen that spine like a nice tall tree trunk. If I came over and pushed you, you would not fall. You would stay nice and rooted. Slowly inhale those arms up to sky. Once again, reach up towards the sun. Slowly bring those fingertips to touch, and then our palms. And then remembering which pinky we had facing towards the sun, we're going to flip it. So now my right pinky is on top of my left pinky. And then slowly inhale to reach and reach up and over to the right, guys. And why we flip our palms and our fingertips is because it creates balance in our body. With just such slight movements, we're going to go to the opposite side now, guys. It can have a huge effect on our mind and that mind-body connection that we have. And just these subtle changes have a huge impact on that connection. Slowly exhale, bring those arms to the side, reach, and then slowly bring them down by our side. Shake those arms out. Slowly bring that left palm to that right knee. And then walk those right fingertips out behind us. Bring ourselves to give ourselves a nice, gentle spinal twist to the right. And I say fingertips, guys, because we don't want to put that whole palm on the ground because that compromises all that length that we worked for in the last pose. So we want to maintain that length and that connection. And if we feel that our breathing's become a little bit compromised in this spinal twist, let's take it out a little bit. Slowly untwist. Deep inhale in through our nose. And then slowly exhale, slowly coming back in that spinal twist. Going to that first edge to where we feel that engagement in our spine, that nice stretch and that spinal twist. Just going 25% to 50%. Not going far enough to crack our back, but just so we can feel that engagement. Excellent job, guys. And slowly inhale in through our nose into that low belly. And then slowly exhale out through our nose. Feeling that low belly come back towards our spine. And with each inhale and exhale, really working on that deep diaphragmatic breathing. Our diaphragm is a muscle that helps us with our breath, and we can only exercise that muscle through breathing. Getting those diaphragm gains with each purposeful inhale and exhale. Expanding our lung capacity with each deep breath that we take over time in our practice. On that next exhale, slowly come out of this twist. Noticing a difference on the right and left side of our body, we'll slowly bring that right palm to that left knee and walk those left fingertips out behind us, maintaining that length in our spine, giving ourselves a gentle, very gentle, guys, spinal twist to the left. And if we feel that our breathing's come a little bit compromised in this pose, guys, slowly come out of that twist. Deep inhale in through our nose. And then exhale, coming back into that twist so slowly, just going to that 25 to 50%. Just that first edge. And if we notice that our left and right side is a little bit uneven, guys, that's perfectly fine. That means we're human. Because not every side is going to be equal. That's why we do our practice so that we can create that equilibrium in our body over time, creating that balance in our body. Because we just don't create that balance practice when we're standing on our mat doing a tree pose or a warrior three. We create that balance and that stability in our yin practice. Doing these stretches with those tiny stabilizing muscles that help us throughout our day and throughout our life, giving those muscles a nice, gentle, tender stretch so that in the long run, over the course of our practice, we will reap the benefits. Slowly inhale in through our nose and exhale out through our nose. Relax those shoulder blades down our spine. Taking 2 really deep inhales in through our nose. Briefly holding that breath and then slowly exhaling. Making our inhales just a little bit longer with each breath that we take, and making our exhales just as long as our inhales. If it helps, we can count to ourselves how long our inhales are and how long our exhales are. We can also imagine the breath being either a light, getting brighter with each inhale and dimming with each exhale, or a shape that expands with an inhale and gets smaller with the exhale. And slowly on that next exhale, guys, slowly work our way out of this twist. We can take a baby twist to the opposite side if we'd like, and then a twist to the other side. And then if we are in easy seat, Sukhasana, we're going to flip the cross of our legs, just gently crossing our legs the opposite way, which feels a little weird, just like with our fingertips at first, but it's just increasing that mind and body connection in our practice, so that over time, it'll start to feel a little less uncomfortable or weird and unfamiliar. We're going to create that familiarity within our body and within our mind. Excellent job, guys. And if we are in staff pose, we can gently place our palms right above our knee, more on our low thigh, not on our kneecap, but just above our kneecap on that low thigh area. And if we are in easy seat, we're going to place our palms on top of our knees, gently resting them there. We're slowly going to roll our shoulder blades down our spine, shining that chest forward, giving ourselves almost a mini back bend here, shining that chest forward, feeling the sun across our face. And slowly we're going to exhale, rounding that spine, bringing that chin to our chest, feeling each vertebrae almost make a C shape in our spine, really stretching our entire back here, lengthening our spine from that spinal twist. And then slowly on that inhale, bring ourselves back up, shine that chest forward, roll those shoulder blades down. We can look up, we can close our eyes, doing what feels best for us, what we're most comfortable with, and slowly exhale, round that spine down. And then on that next inhale, we'll slowly inhale ourselves up to a neutral seat. Slowly slide ourselves off of that blanket. And we can bring that blanket onto our right side. We're going to bring our right leg, the bottom of our right thigh, on top of that blanket. Bring that right shin parallel with the top of our mat. We'll slowly bring that left leg behind us at a 90-degree angle, coming into our 90-90 stretch. So our right shin is parallel with the top of our mat, and our left leg is behind us at a 90-degree angle, placing that blanket below that right thigh to give our hip and our knee joint a little bit more support and comfort in this pose. Slowly bring those fingertips onto the earth. Shine that chest forward, look up. Inhale in through our nose, and then slowly exhale, coming onto our forearms, resting our forehead on those palms if we'd like. Relaxing our ankles, softening our knees, relaxing our glutes. Really just allowing the inner thigh and the hips to open here. And relaxing those shoulder blades down our spine. We can flutter our eyes closed. Relaxing the top and bottom jaw. Just really allowing ourselves to surrender in this pose. Our hips and inner thighs tend to hold a lot of tension throughout our day and throughout our week. Going through a lot of physical and emotional stress can really be pent up in our body. In the 90-90 stretch, we really just allow ourselves to let go with each exhale, getting deeper and deeper into the stretch. taking some of that weight off of our chest and of ourselves. Really just allowing our practice to be for us, focusing on our breath, giving that time for us to be present with ourselves so that we can be more present with others and be there for those and also be there for us. Slowly exhale out any air that we have out through our nose, letting go, creating new space for that fresh inhale, that new beginning. Slowly inhale in through our nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Holding for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale that air for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then when we're ready, slowly inhale ourselves back up onto our fingertips. Bring that back leg around to meet the front. Roll off of that blanket. Just gently bring it to the opposite side. Bring that left hip onto that blanket. Bring that left shin parallel with the top of our mat. And bring that back right leg behind us, creating that 90-degree angle. Noticing a difference on our right and left side. Bring those fingertips to the top of our mat, resting on the earth. Shine that chest forward. Exhale, bring ourselves down. Slowly inhale in through our nose. On that exhale, relax our ankles, soften our knees, and relax those glutes, allowing our inner thigh to get that nice deep stretch we deserve. Allowing ourselves to let go with each exhale, to let go of thoughts that aren't serving us, ideas that aren't serving us. Just letting go, allowing ourselves, giving ourselves permission to just let go, to allow ourselves to heal. Slowly exhale any air that you have. Slowly inhale in through our nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly exhale any of that air out for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And then when we're ready, slowly bring ourselves back onto those fingertips. Bring that back leg to meet the front. Slide off of that blanket. Place it to our side. We can bring those knees to our chest and slowly rock down onto our backs. Slowly, vertebrae by vertebrae, slowly resting our head into our mat. Give ourselves a nice gentle squeeze. Gently rock from side to side, massaging that low back. And then slowly exhale, release those knees out, resting the feet on our mat if we'd like. Slowly inhaling in through our nose, out through our nose. If we'd like, we can extend our legs long on our mat, or we can keep them rooted on the floor, allowing that low back, all 4 corners of our low back to really root into the earth. Coming into our final posture tonight, we can rest both palms on the mat. We can rest both palms on our low belly, feeling our stomach rise and fall with each inhale and exhale. Or we can keep one palm on our low belly and one palm right beneath our head, giving ourselves a bit more support. Doing whichever final posture feels right for us. You feel safe and secure in. Slowly, I want you guys to exhale all the air that you have. Exhale, let it go, either out through our nose or out through our mouth. Just let it go. What's not serving us, what's preventing us from being present, just let it go. And then slowly inhale in through our nose for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just let go one last time for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just knowing that we can come back to this place anytime throughout our day just by taking our attention to that breath. When things get to be a little bit crazy, we can always just root ourselves back down into this breath to bring ourselves a sense of control, knowing that we have everything within us to accomplish anything outside of us. And then when we're ready, we'll slowly roll on to one side, resting our side of our head on our arm. And when we're ready, I'll meet you guys in a seated pose. And then we'll inhale our palms up to the sky, bringing them together. Slowly exhale, bringing our fingers to our forehead for mindful intention. Our thoughts to our mouth for mindful speaking, and to our chest for mindful intention. And we'll bow our heads in namaste. Thank you all so much for coming to Yin Yoga at 8 p.m. My name is Avni, and I will see you guys on Tuesday at 8 p.m.